Hello everyone, welcome to Mr. Naylor's class. I am Mr. Naylor, and today what we're going to learn is how to determine if a data set is a function or if a graph is a function. Now the simple answer to a data set is a function or not is if the x values repeat. So let's say for example I have 1 comma 2 and I have 2 comma 5, 3 comma 7, 4 comma 10. If I have these 4 points right here, and if I look at them, and if I want to determine is this a function or not, the answer is, do they have the same x values? Here you can see the x values are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So since all the x values are different, this is a function. Now, if I were to change it, and I were to, let's say, change this 3 right here. Let's say I were to change that 3 to a 1. This makes it not a function. And the reason why it's not a function is because it has now 2 of the same x values. It has a 1 here and a 1 here. And anytime you have repeating x values, it's not a function. To give you another example, let's say I have a table. Let's say I have x and y, and my x values are, let's say, 3, 7, 8, 12, and 2, and my y values are 1, 7, 0, 1, and 10. Again, if I look at this table here, and if I try to determine, is it a function or not? The answer is yes, it is a function because all the x values are different. It doesn't matter that I have 2 of the same y values. As long as I have all different x values, it is a function. Now, if I were to change the number 12 right here to a 7. Since now I have 2 7s, this would make it not a function because I have 2 of the same x values. Now to give you another example, let's say I have something that looks like this. I have a data set that says I got a 1, an 8, and a 10, and then I have the number 2, 6, 12, and 4. If I have a data set that looks like this and I want to determine whether or not it's a function, the answer is no, it's not a function. And the reason, again, is because that I have an 8 that's shared with the 6 and an 8 that's shared with a 2, a 12. These are the x values, these are the y values, and since I have 2 8s, an 8 6 and an 8 12, 2 x values, it's not a function. Now if I were to change it so it looked like this, and I were to share this x value here, 12, with this y value, 12, then it would become a function because all the x values are only listed one time. Now something a little bit different. Let's say now that I have a graph. Now instead of a table or instead of a list of points, now I have something visual like a graph. And let's say I have something simple like a line, for example. A line like this is a function, and the reason why this line is a function is because it passes what we call the vertical line test. The vertical line test meaning that I can draw a vertical line anywhere on this graph, and if it only touches one place on the graph, then it is a function. here you can see it touches at one place, one place, one place, one place, one place. If there's ever an instance where I can draw a vertical line and if it touches the graph in two places, then it's not a function. Now, an example of not a function would be, let's say, a circle, for example. If I draw a circle and graph a circle, I could draw a vertical line that touches the graph right here in one and two places. So if there's ever a time where you can draw a vertical line and it touches the graph in two places, it's not a function. So a circle is not a function. Another example would be a graph that a lot of you are probably familiar with, I hope, is a parabola. A parabola is a U shape. It looks something like this. A parabola is a function because it passes the vertical line test. At no point on this graph can I draw a vertical line that touches it in more than one place. So since every vertical line I draw on this graph only touches the graph in one place, that makes it a function. Now another example would be, let's say if I drew points like this. So instead of having the points listed like I did earlier on in this video, now I have them actually drawn on a graph. Well, the same thing applies if I draw vertical lines. If I drew a vertical line here, 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 or here, they only touch the points in one place. So these points right here, this data set would be a function. Now, if I were to change this slightly, and if I were to draw these points like this, yeah, it passes the vertical line test here and here and here and here. However, if I draw a vertical line right here, it touches in two places, and that makes this not a function. So, how do we determine if a data set is a function? By looking at it. If it has more than one x value, it's not a function. How do we determine if a graph is a function? The vertical line test. You draw a vertical line, and if a vertical line touches the graph in more than one place at any spot on the graph, it's not a function. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video, and I'll see you in the next one.